What's going on, guys? Happy Thursday night Nitro. I'm gonna wait for the viewers to come here into the stream. Now today is a little bit of an unplanned video, but guys, I got 4 engines. Did I plan on having 4 engines in my hand on Thursday night? No, but it doesn't matter. When you got 4 of them, you put them in your hand and you tell the Nitro Gang about them, and that is what we're gonna do. All right, I see we got people showing up here in the stream. Bob's RC says he's gonna get some sickening, crazy snow. Well, bro, that's terrible. I don't know what to tell you. I used to like snow as a kid, but now I kind of hate it, you know? It's like, yeah, you want to take your Revo out in the snow, but the fact is, you want, like, nice, not wet snow. You get wet snow, Revo gets stuck. You know, it's not good. You get rusty, then you got to buy Evapor Rust. It sucks. We got Lotus 420. We got RC Adventures. Matthew does stuff over here. RC Cape Cod. Jason Brawley. How you guys doing? Now, guys, in the description title to this video, I said all engines Traxxas made, right? And Matthew does stuff here. What's up, JR's Motor Madness, TJ Lawyer, Manny Fresh, Valak, how you doing? Christine and Terry. Holy moly, I gotta read real fast right here. Mighty Mike, what's going on, everybody? Appreciate you guys here. But a reminder was made that Traxxas did make more engines. And yes, that is totally the truth. Traxxas did make more engines. There was the Image 12. You know, when you take the image and you look at yourself in the mirror, it looks like you got 12 teeth, but you actually got more, depending on how many teeth you got, okay? You should go to the dentist. I brush my teeth before every single stream. Okay, I'm not kidding around. All right, we got Tara Curry here in the stream. NitroGang Queen. Melissa is here with us. I appreciate that. She's not going to be available for long. She leads a hard life. You got to work hard for that money. The rogue payments are not very little. Okay, so we're going to continue. Nitro and Electrics is here. How are you? We got Dodger Boy. RC Adventures, new channel username, I know who you are. We got Michael Sucha. Now, I do want to mention, guys, one of these will be given away. One of these. Now, what condition are they in? You want to know what condition they're in, right? Are they garbage? How garbage are they? Okay, some of them are garbage, but we're going to take a look at the one I'm going to give away. I'm not going to tell you exactly which one yet. But it's one of the 4 that I'm holding, okay? It's pretty straightforward. It's going to be one of the 4 that I'm holding. Now, the person I am giving it away to is currently here in the stream. I don't know if he wants to make himself known. I'm not going to say anything. You know, some of us like to lead nice private lives with a lot of, you know, secrecy in the background. That's okay. I understand. You know, when you go out there on YouTube and you put yourself out in the world, you're going to get some individuals that are going to try to make your life bad. But then you're also going to get a lot of individuals that are going to try to help you out. And many of you guys, especially the channel members and all of my longtime viewers, trust me, guys, you have helped me out, all right? I've been doing this YouTube stream channel, well, not the stream, but the channel itself, for over 10 years, all right? It's never going to stop, and we will never stop making Nitro great. I remember back when I went to the hobby store, my friend picked up a RS4, an electric RS4. I laughed at him. Okay, I laughed at him. He plugged his 7.2 volt battery in, and he said, I should have bought a Nitro. And I go to him, you're right, you should have bought a freaking Nitro. Okay, we could have had dual lines of smoke going down that park field over there, bro. Instead, you got 5 minutes of battery time on your 1500 milliamp hour capacity NiCad pack. What are we going to do with you? His name was Roman. Okay, I go to him, Roman, man, Roman. You know, you guys want to know why my friend Roman's parents, you know, I understand we were kids, like this was in middle school when I first got into the hobby with the HPI. I'll tell you all a little story before we get down to digging into these engines. We'll also talk about the benefits, the negatives, the upsides, the downsides, how much horsepower people think they had. But I will tell you a little story. My friend Roman, okay, good buddy. Of course, he doesn't watch the NitroGang channel anymore because, like, he bought an electric, okay? That's when he joined the dark side. Just kidding around, okay? But he bought the RS4. You know, honestly, it was pretty dope. I think he had the RS4 Rally at that time. So actually, it wasn't garbage. It was really nice. I liked it. But back then, of course, you know, we were all running like stock brushed motors. The batteries were kind of expensive and bad quality. Back then, 30 miles per hour on a 10 scale Nitro would have seemed really fast. Because let's face it, they really didn't hit more than like 32. But what happened was, his parents, you guys want to take a guess why, like, my friend Roman's parents didn't want him to get a Nitro? Anybody want to take a guess here? Come on. Take a guess, make Roman's day. Okay, Jeremy Stone, thank you for that. Telling everyone here to hit the like button. I would really appreciate that. You know, I don't really say that much about self-promotion. In fact, I do have a second channel. I might give you guys the channel link later. I might not. You know, I want my second channel to stand on its own benefits. If it succeeds, it succeeds. If it doesn't, well, then we will have another. Well, no, then we won't have nothing else. I'll just stop doing shit, you know? That's basically what's going to happen. Okay, we got my friend KGM over here, the real NitroGang member, KGM. His classic phrases, if it don't start, it ain't got no gas in it. Today, somebody left me a comment with his phrase. They must be a channel viewer of his. The ironic part is, it was actually a speaker video. Like, long ago, I used to do, like, speaker reviews, okay? The thing is, to do speaker reviews, you kind of have to be an expert. You have to have, like, binaural microphone recordings. It's very difficult. Like, that whole audio system to reproduce bass in a recording is very difficult. And then you run into, like, copyright issues. It's really annoying. We got no music RC. He goes, Megatech. Bro, I didn't dig out the Megatech. You know what? If I have a little time, like later on, I'm not going to be doing a long stream today. What's up, John Goodwin? I got stuff to do. I got work tomorrow, you know. I got a daytime job. It ain't that's basically how it works. People be thinking I'm over here killing it. I'm not killing nothing other than sometimes some nitro fuel in the engines, okay? But for real, let's continue. So, the reason my friend Roman's parents didn't let him get a nitro, they said the fuel will smell. That seems like a rational reason, honestly. Honestly, if you know nothing about like nitro fuel in like a bottle, in a quart, you know, it's not like gasoline, right? It's not like a gas container. There's no real like fumes coming off of it. It's not like that. Once it's closed, it's closed. It don't smell. So, unfortunately, my friend Roman's parents were quite irrational, right? But I'll tell you this, he was a pretty good handball player. So if you guys want to challenge me to some handball, I'll play some handball. You know, handball, that's where it's at. In New York City, that's what people play. We play handball, okay? You know why? Because the spaces are tight, and people don't like when you're running rich and loud in the parks. So what you got to basically do, you got to go play handball, bring your nitro. When the people leave, you fire up your nitro. It's kind of how it worked, you know? All right. I got a couple magazines just for our viewing pleasure, guys. JZ for Days, how you doing? We got Excel. He goes, am I still friends with Roman? You know what? Unfortunately, I don't think so. We wound up going to like different high schools, and like when you go to different high schools, you understand, you become a different person. Okay, the high school basically shapes who you are. At least in New York City, that's what it does. Because there were two types of high school guys. You guys, you want to know how it works in New York City? Oh, what's up? We got Texas Hill. How you doing? One of my good time, positive individuals on the channel. I love you, bro. Love you. Okay, the way it works in New York City, if you go to a high school with metal detectors, that's one level. Then you can go to a high school without metal detectors. That's level 2, okay? You want to be in the one without metal detectors, trust me. Because if you're in the one with the metal detectors, you didn't do good in school, okay? Or sometimes you got put into like, you know, some of these like, what are those placement? They basically put like bad students in good schools to equal out like the ratio of, you know, bad to good students. It's kind of how it is. Okay, we got John Hensley here. How you doing? Happy to see you, bro. John Hensley over there has been talking to me recently about a Savage he's working on, along with, he just got a Nitro Slash. And I told him to get a Nitro Slash, and he actually sees now what I was talking about, you know? You know, guys, when I tell people to get a Nitro Slash, like, nobody believes me. I don't understand what a person got to do, all right? Sickening. All right. Now, what I want to show you first is a little bit of... We got a question here from Silver Milk Spots. Give me a minute, bro. Oh, we got Dan Y. How you doing? Guys, there'll be a sickening video with Dan Y in a little while. There's going to be a lot of sickening videos, okay? Dan Y has some of the coolest RCs, like, ever known to man. So, sickening, okay? I'm honored to have friends like him in real life. And, like, you know, you guys on here, of course, you know. You got to be grateful for what you got. Now, this is the old Traxxas 2.5 engine ad. Right, so this was a brand new engine when it was released. This is 2003. Now I'm going to read the top. It says, TRX 2.5 blows away every other small block engine we've tested. That's some awesome claim right there. I mean, that's a claim and a half. Okay, so how did they do it? You guys want to ask me how they did it? How did they do it? Okay, how did they blow away every other small block engine they've ever tested in a ready-to-run engine? How did they do it? Okay, oh, we got Haywire RC. Continue. Okay, so John Goodwin here with a great question. He goes, how? Well, I'm going to read this to you. I'm going to read this to you guys. If you want me to read it real close, I can. All right? But we're also going to take a look at all of these, and one of them I will fully disassemble. And as I said, one of these is going to a viewer that needs it. It's currently in the stream right now. I'm not going to mention it. Some of us like to lead private lives, or else you get harassed by real unethical individuals in real life. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Jay-Z for Days wants to know what year this claim was made. It appears it was 2003. I'm going to give you a real close-up view, and then we'll continue, guys. I got the oil ready to go. I got the wipes ready to also wipe. All right? We got a good channel member, a friend of mine, Jasser, over here. Jasser, how you doing? All right. Small black angles, dodgeable. Yes. You know, I was actually thinking before, should Traxxas make a big block? What's up, Geo Mac? It's a good question. Should Traxxas get a big block? Okay. KG, bro, don't worry. I don't do copyright strikes on nobody. I'm a person that believes people should have as many nitros as they can, and I don't hold you guys back from doing your own videos, okay? I don't do that. You want to do it, you do it. I'm not your competition. Just remember that, okay? I do this for me, and you guys do whatever you do for you, all right? I'm not here to be the #1 guy. I'm just here to hold engines and send one to somebody, okay? That's what I'm doing right now, okay? Now, Rings, how you doing? Let's take a look at this magazine, and we will continue. Let me give you a close-up. So here is the claim. Here is the physical claim. TRX 2.5 blows away every other small block engine. It looks like the claim was made in RC Nitro, which I don't know if I have this magazine. What's up, Judge Joe, man? How you doing? Happy to see you here. All right, April 2003. I don't think I have that magazine. But let's see what else they said about the 2.5. You know, I like to read the claims, right? You got to check the boxes, so to say. Check those boxes. All right, so on the car action dyno, the TRX 2.5 produced 1.3 horsepower, nearly 20% more than their previous small block racing engine test. Okay, so they're saying the 2.5. Okay, so let me get this straight right here. Let me just get this straight. What's up, Mix RC, man? How you doing? Monty Kriska, TJ Lawyer. All right, Kush Murray. Yes, the Nitro X Max would be sickening. What they're saying is this engine produced 20% more power than the previous best small block racing engine test. So the thing is, like, I don't know what the previous small block engine test was. It's not like they're really like getting into it, you know? Like if I wrote a report like this at work, I would get canned. You know, like they don't even have asterisks anywhere. And listen, guys, this is not a Traxxas kiss-ass video. I'm not sponsored by them. They don't send me anything. In fact, I could tell you they suck. I could tell you they really, really suck. It doesn't even matter, okay? Because I'm not sponsored by them. This is true life. This is reality. This is my opinion. And, you know, some of your opinion, guys, because I do read your comments, and I appreciate them a lot. Okay, so let's continue. Let's continue. Now, TJ Lawyer, good comment here. TJ Lawyer is, they must be referring to the previous point 15. And the point 15 is right here. Point 15, side exhaust, rotary carb, standard shaft, not a pilot shaft. So I know for a fact they're actually not referring to the point 15. Let me see why. I think I saw it somewhere. You know why I know they're not referring to the point 15? So I'll tell you, like, we're going to go over this a little bit. I'll tell you why I know. So this is another ad for the 2.5, right here we're looking at. Right over there, it says, bigger isn't always better. Building a world-class racing engine goes well beyond just making bigger and bigger versions of old. Inefficient design, smarter engineering, and, God, you guys' comments, I can't read the screen over here. And superior manufacturing have produced an advanced high-tech engine that is 60% more powerful than our original Pro 15. So they're saying that this is actually the 60% number. Okay? Okay, so this is the 60% number. All right, so this is going to a viewer in the stream right now. I will point that out in a little bit. All right, so their claim, actually compared to the Pro 15, that the 2.5 is 60% more power. So that's actually the claim they're making in this magazine, right? But, got a question for you all. Did you notice this right here? Did you notice this? This is a revelation. A revelation. 1.3 horsepower. 1.3. Now, most people, because Traxxas really doesn't advertise how much power their engines ever have, almost nobody knows. But this is the first evidence that we have. Now, we don't know how they got that number, okay? Now, obviously, they could print anything. But we'll just have to take their word for it. Now, I know, yeah, JZ4Days, they actually said it. I have never seen in my life an ad where Traxxas actually said how much horsepower their engines have. This is literally the first one. Do you guys know how long it took me to find this magazine right here? Like, I had to read all of them. I did like an hour of prep work for this video alone. You know, individuals want to be thinking they could just fire up anything, and it got no evidence. I got the evidence. It's right there. There's the evidence. All right. Now, I am going to open this one up in a little bit. There's a reason why. This is the one I have selected to send away to a channel member. The reason is, you know, they came up on a hard time. They were testing I'm understanding it was a 2.5 T-Max, and I guess the engine killed itself. I'm not going to get into like why it happened, how it happened. Engine basically killed itself. So I took a look at my spare engine lot, and I think this is going to be the one. Now, we'll take a look at it inside. I'll do a little compression test. Now, this viewer does not need the carburetor. They have the carb, because like the carb on this was bad anyway, so it's kind of useless, you know. The carb was pretty much junk anyway. Good thing is I'm going to clean this up a little bit. All of these parts they have. So basically they just need like the block, you know, the head I'll include, whatever. All this crap is just, you know, just how it is. Okay. Oh, Josser did a little membership gifting. Rinks got the membership. Congratulations, Rinks. Rinks, congratulations. You deserve it, man. You deserve it. Thank you for that. Josser did a little membership gifting of the channel. Sickening. Congratulations to the new membership Rinks. There's videos there that are members only, okay? So you can like go check them out, right? Okay, but I do want to say, I remember, just a little controversy here, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember this was only rated at like 0.55 horsepower, maybe like half a horsepower. So how did they get 0.5 times 1.6 is like 0.8? There's no way you could wind up with 1.3. The math does not add up. Now, I could build an Excel spreadsheet if I wanted to right now and do a little formula for you. Okay, you want me to do a little formula? We could do a formula, but the math does not add up. Actually, let's do a little math. Do I have a pen? I don't know if I have a pen right now. You guys want to do a little math? I was a straight A- student, so I got the math right now. Okay, do I got a pen? Okay, so the question is, we need to know how much horsepower this Pro 15 has, right? That's the question right now. So we're going to do a little math, guys. Are you ready for math? I hope you're ready. Who's going to do math? Texas Hill is an engineer. He's an architect engineer, freaking genius. Isn't that what a George Costanza wanted to be, Texas Hill? Dude, you're like George Costanza, except better and in Texas, and you barbecue. All right, so we know that this is claimed to be 1.3. Okay, so we need to know how much horsepower this has. So this is 1.6. I'm going to do 1.6x equals 1.6x equals 1.3. Texas Hill, am I correct on the math? This is the unknown. The unknown is the horsepower of this engine. All right, that's got to be correct. So then what we're going to do, because we're smart individuals here on this channel, we're going to divide, right, by 1.6. Now I'm going to pull out my calculator, which is also the 2-minute countdown clock. And let's see what we get. So what we'll get is 1.3 divided by 1.6. No, hold on. That's incorrect. No, that's not it. It's 0.6x. No, I wrote it wrong. No, hold on. What's up, Keith Tollhurst? How you doing? This formula is incorrect. No, it's not 1.6x equals 1.3. We know 1.3. So, okay, hold on. No, this is incorrect. So it's saying that this is 60% more power. 60% more power. So that would be X times, no, that's not, what's the formula? No, this is not correct. We don't know that it's actually 1.6. That's not the right formula. Hold on. So what do we know? The formula states we know the result is definitely 1.3. So X, so it has, no, it can't be 1.6 because then I'm actually doing more than that. 1.3, that's not correct. Okay, this is Steiner math. Okay, hold on, that's not correct. I'm gonna have to, let me do some math right here. We got any math majors? What's going on? To Texas Hill over here, man. So we know that an amount is 1.60. Yeah, okay, it's 0.6. 0.6 times 1.3. Okay, yeah, it's, shit, what am I doing? I want to do a formula. It's 0.6 times 1.3 equals X. My bad. Okay, which is 0.78. All right. I don't know. That seems like it's a little high, to be honest with you, because like everything I've read on the Pro 15 did not claim it was that high horsepower. I don't think that was the correct horsepower rating, so it should be probably like 0.5, 0.55 in my opinion, because this really is no different in power than like the regular 15 FE. In my opinion, maybe a little more. So like I'll go 0.6, but it ain't definitely ain't any more than that. Oh, John Hensley, thank you, bro, for the channel donation. He goes, thank you for your dedication and hard work. Man, thank you, man. I appreciate that. You know, I try to think of creative, interesting videos. You know, who's gonna have incorrect math on their channel? Not many people, because like, at least I tried. Okay, I tried. Listen. You know how long it's been since I took freaking calculus? Very, very long. Very long. I got an A- in that. Actually, no, hold on, a B. I got a B. All right, we're going to continue. So, basically, we're done with this magazine right now. We're going to continue, guys. Anything else interesting in this one? I mean, there's a lot of interesting things, but, all right. Yeah, JZ for Days goes 0.52 is the Pro 15. Yeah, 0.52 is the Pro 15. So, how are they going to... Yeah, there's no way this is 1.3. This is probably... Guys, what do you think? What do you think this actually could be? I will say it's a very high revving engine, but I do not believe this is actually 1.3 horsepower. I would say this is 0.8, maybe 0.9, probably 0.9, because the Megatech M16, that was 1 horsepower. That was a beast engine. It was beast. Okay, but that was also, you know what? Maybe this is like 1. All right, let's continue, everybody. So what I'll do now, I'm going to lay them all out from great to super great. Okay, we'll lay them out. And I'll give you the situation on each one of them. And this one I'm going to open up. And tomorrow, I'm going to have it in the mail to a viewer in the channel right now. Okay? All right, so here we go. I'm going to lay it all out for you. We're going to take a look at them. Guys, once again, thank you for being here. This wasn't really a planned stream, but the reality is I need to get this thing out by tomorrow in the mail. So I figured this would be a good opportunity to do a little bit of recording before like it gets shipped, right? Oh my God, what is going on with the lighting? Okay, you guys liking the lighting right now? In case you're wondering, I got the lighting almost up my nose, all right? That's how this is being recorded. You know, I got lighting up my nose right now. Okay. Pro 15. This is their... Oh, what's going on, Chain Nitro in my veins? He goes, is that a graveyard? Well, 50% yes. 50% yes. This one, it seems to be... I don't know if this is, like, locked or whatever. It seems to be stuck at the top. I cannot... What's up, Benjamin Martinez? All right. Jess Garcia, I'm glad you mentioned that for the people just coming in. Off the guy goes probably 1 horsepower with the right fuel. I would say that's probably accurate. I would say 1 horsepower is a rational number. That is rational for what this is. Now, to this day, most people don't even know what the 3.3 is. Okay, literally nobody knows. We all think we know, but nobody knows because Traxxas doesn't publish their numbers. And I think, you know, to be honest with you, like, does it really matter? Like, does it really matter? The reality is, you know, if a T-Max could hit over 40 with one of these and a .28 Savage will hit exactly the same speed, does it really matter, like, what the size is, right? In fact, guys, I've long said I love small blocks. Small block for life. You guys understand what I'm saying? All right. So, Pro 15. What's unique about it? What's unique, okay? I will tell you, I'm not really a big fan of their carbs. It is a rotary carb. This one has an okay dust boot on it, but normally these are completely destroyed. The Easy Start system looks almost similar to the modern one, but obviously the casing is different. They do use almost the same, you know, well, you could use the older electric starter on the new one, that's fine. But notice you have a short shaft, it's called like a pilot shaft. Rings goes, the .15 is cooler than the 2.5. Many people love this engine. I will not tell you I hate it. I do not hate it. The Traxxas Nitro V had this. The Nitro Stampede had this. The first Nitro Sport had this. But some of them had different heads. Now, prior to the Pro 15, it is true that there was the Image 12. That was a Traxxas engine. But the reason I did not include it in this, Dan Davidson also here says the Image 12. The reason, guys, I did not include the 12, not only because I don't have it, but my claim is still correct. The 12 is not for sale today in terms of brand new. All of these are still available brand new. You can get this on A-Main right now. In fact, if you guys want new engines, I put a Dynamite 19. If you're looking to replace one of these in like a T-Max or whatever, A-Main has the Dynamite 19 for like 125 bucks, right? We didn't even get up to this, John Hensley. The 3.3 is very impressive. I agree. It's very, very impressive, I would say. Now, Pro 15, it was good for the time. You know what the best thing is, guys? Oh, Keith Tolhurst, how you doing? He goes, the Pro 15, good motor. I have one in my Nitro Sport. Yes, so do I. So do I. Mine is all the way on the side over there. I will tell you, these will still hit like over 30 miles an hour, right? Like on the Nitro Rustler, the Nitro Sport, they were adequate. On the Nitro Stampede, those cars were limited more like by bad exhaust, in my opinion, rather than the engine. These engines were, you guys want to give me one of the most important things about this engine, say compared to a 15 FE, which is a typical engine for the time period. Give me one benefit of this engine, okay? Matthew Dustov, yes, the Fortec does claim 50. Let me see if I can find an ad on it in this magazine, okay? There might be an ad on the Fortec. There's always ads. You guys talk. The question is, what is one of the most important benefits of the Pro 15 compared to the 2. Well, compared to what I say, compared to 15 FE? One major benefit. Let me do a little zoom out on this. Maybe you guys could see a little of the magazine as I flip it. I'm pretty sure there was like a Fortec ad over here. So yes, the original Fortec, even with the Pro 15, hit 50 miles an hour. It's no joke. It actually did. No joke. It was sickening. Okay, so far I haven't found the Fortec ad. I found the HPI ad. You know what? I like this ad, so we're just gonna keep this ad right here. So we'll talk about this engine. This is the most common other engine that they had at the time, the 15 FE. This was rated at about 0.5 horsepower. Now the question I have, what is the bad thing about this engine compared to, let's say, this? Okay, Jess Garcia is correct. High five for you, bro. ABC piston and sleeve. These engines lasted a while. So these were ABC, aluminum, brass, chrome, and the HPI engines during this time period were ABN, nickel plated, meaning it's a softer plating material for the sleeve. Got a good question from Keith Tolhurst. She goes, should I do the break-in on the LRP 28 in this cold weather or wait until the spring? You know, bro, like if you warm it up, like obviously you're going to preheat it, right? Like I'm assuming you're going to preheat it anyway. If you warm up the LRP 28, even if it's new, like it doesn't really matter. I've broken in engines in the cold too. Like once it's running, it's running. Like you'll just have to kind of like make sure it doesn't shut off, but it really shouldn't shut off. Like if you preheat it, like you've preheated it, right? You know, like it's kind of how I would say, you know. All right. So, yeah, anyways. Dude, I really want to find that ad for the Fortec. Okay, you know what? We'll just keep it on the Hot Bodies Dirt Demon. Just for fun, just for fun. Now, next up, we have the history of the 2.5. Okay, so let's talk about the 2.5, guys. Let's talk about 2.5. What's up with that? Okay, do you see that lighting? Oh my God, the lighting is so good because I got the lighting almost up my nose hairs. All right, all right. So, what's up with the 2.5? Guys, you give me maybe two of the good things about it. Now, don't, you know, I understand this one doesn't look that good, but it's okay. This one has compression. It's good. Okay, Texas Hill knows all about the lighting. So the question is, what's good about the 2.5, right? I like to make these videos a little interactive. Because, like, why the hell not? As I make it a little interactive, why don't we start disassembling this one, and I'll read your guys' comments and conversations. Okay, Tara Curry goes, the heatsink. Yes, the heatsink has been, in this case, more or less formed with the rest of the fins on the crankcase. That is a really nice touch. Because when you're going from something that looks like two different components, not only is it side exhaust, the head here looks like it's not really, you understand, it doesn't flow. It's not a flower, okay? This one is a flower, okay? Flows real good. Something else I do want to mention, and it's something that gets overlooked really all the time. Looking at the top of both of them, what do you think I'm referring to, guys? Okay, what am I referring to? Okay, so they're both ABC. I want to start with they are both ABC engines. The Pro 15 is 4 head screws. 2.5 is 5 head screws. Texas Hill got it right on the head screws. 5 bolts. It's always better to have more bolts. Now, some of the larger engines, we're talking like, you know, MGT 8.0 engine, stuff like that, they have like 6 bolts. So the more screws you have, the more evenly distributed the pressure on the head and on the block. Now, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but long ago, when the very first 2-bolt Baja clones came out, you know, even like the Dynamite 23cc, stuff like that, the gas engines, they were 2-bolt designs. So those engines had 2 bolts, one like kind of diagonally opposed from the other. So it was like 2 bolts. Obviously, the engine was much bigger. And they had 2 bolts. So basically two screws holding down the entire head. Now, the biggest downside is you had a lot of leaks around the head sealing gasket there. All modern Rovan engines have 4 bolts, including Zenoa. But to be honest with you, I've owned the 2-bolt gas engine. It was adequate. Like, if you don't try to kill it, it's fine, right? Now, rear exhaust. That is what you want. Yeah, Matthew Does Stuff here confirms. What's up, Rock and Coop? 2-bolt is terrible. But 2-bolt was a thing for a long time, you know, for gas engines. It's, I think today, I don't even think you could get a 2-bolt anymore, right? Anybody knows? I don't think you can even get a 2-bolt now. Right. Let me continue for now. Maybe you can. I haven't seen any, okay? 2 bolts are fine. I've ran 2 bolts. Honestly, guys, I didn't have a single problem. Now, you know, long ago, there were forums. People used to go to forums. And, you know, it was like a bunch of different forums. Ultimate, I think it was like Ultimate RC Network. So some other network, I guess like forums. And people would be like, oh, man, I got 2 bolts. It leaks. What do I do? Number one recommendation was to throw a 4-bolt engine in, you know. But like I've had 2 bolts. They were fine. You know, yeah, Texas Hill goes 23cc 2-bolt in the Rampage. Yeah, the original ones had 2 bolts. So if you're not trying to kill them, they're fine. All right, so let's do this. This is the engine I will be donating, right? So I'm going to have it out in the mail tomorrow. Now, it's not perfect. It's not new, right? It's not new. If I was in a position to buy a new one and send it to a viewer, I would. But unfortunately, I am not at that position. Maybe one day with some hard work, luck, success, dedication, and Hulk Hogan vitamins, I will get there. But let's take a look inside. All right, guys? Well, you know what? I didn't cover the 3.3. Okay, we'll come back to a 3.3. I think people want to see inside the engine. We'll come back to the 3.3. Why do I have this one here? I'm not sure. All right. I also like the fact that these engines have pretty much proper 2.5 millimeter screws. The HPIs had like Phillips screws on the back plate. It was you know, you strip them, you got to cut them out. Some of them had like 2mm screws. It was real annoying. You know, Traxxas uses the 2.5mm screws, metric, on the back plate and on the head. It's really convenient. So once again, I want to say, guys, thank you for being here. We were just at like close to 100 viewers right now, which is a good amount on a Thursday. Yeah, Brian Wright goes, you smell what the Nitro's cooking. I would smell it, but like it's too cold out right now. I can't go outside, you know. Can't do it. All right, so far, all the screws are actually quite nice. They come off easily. Oh, yeah, Texas Hill. Yeah, that's a pretty good screwdriver. T-Mintage. Never really stripped anything with it. It's not the highest quality, but it works. MIP is what you want, but, you know, I think my MIP tools are somewhere else. All right. All right. So let's take it apart. I don't know the history of this engine, guys. I'll be honest with you. I don't particularly know the history of this. I'm sure it has good compression. We'll take a look at it. I'll clean it. I'll rebuild it a little bit. The problem is, can't really check the compression that well because we have... I have to assemble some of the front components here in front of that crankcase bearing. But I'll try to do that. All right. Here we go. Get ready. You guys ready? Look at that lighting. Oh my God, this is HD clarity. This is like the WWE network without Vince McMahon and his mustache. It's nice inside. This engine is honestly almost like new inside, guys. Look at that. Oil, no sludge. The O-ring is nice. It's beautiful. The thing is beautiful, man. No major rust. Look at that. Piston is nice. No weird crankshaft wobble. Right? And as I move it towards the top, there's like a good amount of compression. Yeah, Kevin Williams goes 5-star lighting, better than Netflix. Okay, so what's up there? RC Scotty Z, man. RC Scotty Z, guys, I want you to know he's representing the NitroGang. He's been doing racing. Anyone here that races is a top tier member. Okay, now, John Hensley goes, do Nitro engines use any timing? Now, I will answer that question. There is a way to kind of adjust timing, right? But that way would be, and you guys could correct me if I'm wrong, understand, I'm not a professor of this, right? I'm just telling you what I learned in passing. If you're trying to listen to what I say and then try to call me out on it, good luck. You would be the fool to do that, right? But yes, JZ4Days goes port timing. The timing on these engines has a lot to do with the way the ports are designed. And unless you want to remove the sleeve and port it, you're really not going to be able to advance or retard the timing, you know what I mean? But let's continue with the rest of this. So inside is okay. Let me take the head off. It's a little not too clean looking on the outside. These like old cast heads, they just got dirty. It's like just how they were. But what matters is the internals of the engine. So let's take off the head. We'll take a look inside. Okay, Texas Hill goes, it's correct. Yes. Professor of Nitro and the physics. Although I couldn't get a simple math equation right today. Unbelievable. Okay, Jared Smithers goes, I have several associated 15s. I'm trying to figure out how to port and see how they do. Well, there's a lot of like forums where people have done it, but like a lot of that stuff is really trial and error. It's all trial and error, you know. Oh, we got RC Nitro 001. How are you, man? Great channel also, guys. You should go check him out. So let's remove the head. We'll take a look at the piston, just the overall condition, you know. Really, you need to check it while it's running. But from my experience, it appears to have more than 50% of compression left. All right. Okay, here we go. Hold on, I got to cough a little bit. I'm still sick, you know. I'm doing this live stream while I'm sick, guys. It ain't easy. It ain't easy being a live streamer sometimes, you know. But here we go. Oh, one of the screws fell. Let me make sure I don't lose the screws. Those are very important. Okay. Let me get the screws out first. Okay. So, the first thing I see, the glow plug is not the correct glow plug. That's a short plug. You guys can tell it does not cover the threads all the way. The threads are not covered. Okay, threads got to be covered. This is not the Traxxas long glow plug, but I'm not too worried about the plug. I don't see any signs of pre-detonation. Normally, cooling. Let me see if I can find like a head with some pre-detonation signs. I mean, I have at least 3 of them, but the problem is I got so much stuff on the table, I can't find any of them. Give me a second here. I'll take a little look gander for you. Well, the second is over. Can't find it. So, if you remove your head and you have like pitting, it's called pitting, around the head button. That's signs of some kind of pre-detonation. Maybe a piece of metal got there and like pitted it. This one looks very, very good condition. In fact, this is like the highest quality digitalized stream I've ever done in my life. Wow. Okay, so it looks okay. Don't worry about the glow plug. Glow plug, that's something else. Let's take a look at the sleeve. The sleeve looks very nice as well. Now these are, let me see how many ports. These are just regular 3-port designs. You can count the ports. So you have the exhaust isn't really counted as a port. The rear exhaust, that's like the exhaust port, right? You have to look at the other ports. So you have 1, the 2, and 3 over there. 3-port baby. Looks good. Yeah, rings goes, it's in good shape. I would say it does kind of easily go to the top like that. So I do feel a little bit of like pinch at the top, like a little bit. It's not a huge amount, but I don't notice any obvious scoring of the sleeve. So this engine should be a runner. It should be a runner when it's like, you know, put back together, right? It looks normal. The skirt on the inside, very, very important. Sometimes, guys, I'm going to point this out. It's tough to see, but if you go all the way on the inside, that piston has a skirt. The skirt is supposed to be facing to the front where the carburetor is pointed to. I have once purchased a used engine where the skirt was reversed and the skirt was facing the exhaust port. That engine will not run, okay, because like it just will not run, all right? So what I'll do is I'm going to clean this up a little bit, just with a wipe for now. I think I'm going to wash it in the sink much better later, and then I will send it away to a viewer tomorrow. So guys, you see, that's what happens. That's what happens. I still owe John Hensley here a part, actually, a carburetor. I got to go find the carburetor. I'm probably going to clean this better, but it's basically clean. I wanted to clean like where the carb is. You should always clean this part before you put in any new carb. Okay, Dodger Boy goes best lighting in the RC Nitro game. Well, Dodger Boy, you might have 12 Savages, but I gotta light up my nose right now to record this, okay? You know what I'm saying? Kidding around. It's actually pretty true. It's tough to get this really, but like that's just oil. Even like those little bits, it's just oil. Like if this engine had dirt on the inside already, you would have already had no compression. Yeah, Lowers 420 knows all about that lighting, gang. So it looks pretty good. Yeah, hey, why goes is the sun in my room? It's not the sun, but it's about maybe 3 different lights on my head right now. You know, it's okay. It's worth it. If you can't do good lighting, or humor, or math, what can you do? What can you do? All right, that's just oil. I'm gonna clean this up later, guys. It looks normal. It should be serviceable. Now, the rest of the components, the viewer here doesn't really need because he has all of them, right? It doesn't appear that this was like a very leaky crankshaft bearing because it would have normally had like a bunch of build-up sludge over here. This one looks okay. Yep, Haywire RC, agree, bro. Although actually I don't know because I don't watch that guy, so you know. But I'm pretty sure you're correct. I'm pretty sure you're correct. Okay. All right. So we got this right here. Right. I'm gonna clean all of these parts and assemble them with proper 3-in-1 oil, and then I'll send them away. Okay, guys. So just want you to know. I'd be giving back to the Nitro Gang, okay? Be giving back to the Nitro Gang. All right, Rings goes. The next stream is about the lighting and accessories. Can't be giving away the secrets, man. Although I have many times. Okay, so I don't really find, you know, if people ask me for help, I help anyone. You know, I literally help anybody. I don't treat this channel like I'm the only one. like, oh, if it's not me, it's nobody else. That's not reality, right? I started this channel a long time ago. Well, for not the current reasons, but basically, oh my goodness, look at that XTMX factor. We'll keep that here because it's like sickening. We got to find one of these one day, guys. We got to find one of these. Now, this 3.3. What do you want me to do? I'm going to ask you all a question. I'm going to ask you all a question, a pregunta, as some people like to say. Guys, I had like a lot of plantains today, so I might be speaking Spanish. You know, can't go wrong with a good plantain. Which engine do you want me to look at? I haven't actually looked at any of these. This one has halfway dead compression, all right? So, actually, you know what? Oh, shit, my finger got jammed in the carb. Finger got jammed. Okay, all right. Andy Barnett goes, I have a Hot Bodies Dirt Demon. Dude, that's amazing. I've never known anybody that had one. That's sickening. So we're going to ask you all, 3.3 or that one. Paver Saber, what's up, man? First Nitro OS Max CV12. I actually have a 12CZ. You guys want to see a 12CZ? It's an OS 12CZ. If you want to see it, put it in the stream chat here. I'll take a look at it. Tara Curry goes, yes, perfect filter. This is direct air filtration, you know. I figure, why spend money on a filter? Just, I'm kidding around. This is just for storage. Okay, people want to see the 12CZ. Let me go get the 12CZ. That's like an early 90s engine. All right, guys. I actually brought out a couple of other engines because, like, I don't know, I got excited. So I'll put this one here. This is a OS 21 RG, 21 RG. This is like a very common buggy engine. Many people use these in buggies in like the 90s, right? Like race level buggies right here. Really sickening. It's a 21 RG, very good condition. Notice the proprietary header. Okay, super proprietary. But you could still easily run this because it's slide carb and there's no weirdness with the crankshaft. Now, next up, we have two famous engines. These are more famous than Donald Trump is going to be soon. Okay, there's a lot more where this came from, but yeah. Oh yeah, Lotus 420 goes, please give Hybrid a sub if you haven't already. I might give you guys a channel link if you don't mind. I'm going to give you a little bit of a channel link. I am working on building a second channel. You know, I have loaded a good amount of content there. And, you know, I really haven't promoted it because, like, you know, I'm not really a self-promoter. But I would appreciate maybe a little bit of help. You know, help a brother out. So let me give you a link to that one. I only have like 400 subs on that one, so it's really bad. And I did load a video on it. Let me see how you go to a video. Let me go to the video. It's actually it's a slightly older video, but it's real sickening nonetheless. Okay, real sickening. So I would appreciate if you guys are able to like click this link. This is a video. Just subscribe to that channel. It's my second channel. I am trying to load that because, you know, if you want to make Nitro great again, you got to do it in multiple ways. All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's go back to Engine Gang. Now, on the left, 12CZ. Now, who wants to tell me anything about this? On the right, 12CVR. Okay. Thank you, Christina and Terry. I appreciate that. The other channel will be getting regular content. I'm doing like a video a week on that one. Now, some of them will be like older style videos that are re-edited, but eventually I'm thinking the live streams will go on that channel. I haven't really decided yet, but for now, guys, like, please, you know, help a brother out over here, you know. Okay. Now, on the left, Rings goes, it's ABN. To be honest with you, I am not sure about that. You might be correct. I know that this CZ I got in like a lot with the RC10 GT at the time. Notice they have cut crankshafts. Yeah, they're definitely cut. Yeah, these cranks are definitely cut. These are like short cut crankshafts, because these were generally put into like the RC10 GT or the Triple XNT that needed like a short style shaft like this. Now, awesome OS carbs on all of them. Metal body carbs. You cannot beat a proper metal body carb. The one on the right, 12 CVR. 12 CVR. One of the most remarkable, most sickening nitro engines ever made. And as I always say, if you're able to get an OS in like any used nitro, get it. Get it. It'll blow you away. Okay? Now, Paver Saver goes to 15 CVX. I don't think I have that one. I actually have a couple CVR engines. Andy Barnett, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I also need some watch hours. So like if you guys aren't lazy, please like load up a video on that channel and give me like some watch hours, because like I can't really do shit until I can't do live streams on that channel for a while. And really, I don't want to be doing live streams on this channel really much anymore. But, you know, that's like my own issues. I don't want you guys worrying about it. That's not your job. You're not my channel maintenance people, you know. That's me. So let's take a look at this one. Actually, I can't really even take a look at it, but it's smooth. I mean, I don't mean smooth. Like, it's free. It's not locked. This one has very, very good compression. Nothing wrong with it. Notice this one also has boost port. That's the boost port. That's the boost port right here. Matthew Irwin, how you doing? Matthew Irwin goes, any good Slayer engines? Well, man, unless you want to go the replacement 3.3, your only other direct fit engine on a Slayer will be the Dynamite 19 or the more expensive OS 21 TM. I put links to like engines in this stream, so if you want to click it, the Dynamite 19 will be one of the first engines that show up. It's in stock, 125 bucks, you know. So here we got boost port. Notice, even though for like an old, relatively, carb is a little soggy in there. Oh, it's real tight. It must have bad O-rings or something that's like binding so much. Sickening. Oh, we got Adams RCs and Adventures. How you doing? All the way from South Australia. Dude, I watched some of your Australian channels. You guys got that car guy, John Cadogan. He talks about cars and like Tesla fires. I love that guy. Although his jokes are a little too sickening for me, a little too much. He needs to comment with those jokes. They're a little annoying. Now, next up, we got the world-renowned, the famous 12 CVR. Great compression. Incredible compression. Thank God it does not have a boost port. So, rotary carb looks okay. Does boot. Is not destroyed. It's still in one piece. It's very important if you're looking for these engines, like some of the things to inspect, you do want to make sure your dust boot cover is in good condition. It's not ripped. What happens is, after a while of going in and out like that, you know, it eventually will like harden up. This one is like halfway hard. You could tell I have like a good amount of WD-40 and like, you know, oils on it just to like soften it up over time, which is pretty good. So this engine is almost like new, right? I cannot spin it over at all, like at all. It's sickeningly new. You know what? I'm not even going to remove the filter. Let's keep the filter. Okay. We got a question here from John Hensley. He goes, "What does the boost port do?" Good question. I actually have a couple videos coming up with the RS4 with the boost port. So the boost port I'm referencing to is right here. Now, normally what happens? You put on a piece of fuel line over here, and there's like a little expansion canister, like a chamber. Sometimes it goes to the back. If you have a compatible back plate that has like a boost port area, or sometimes there's like a separate bottle, like a little, it looks like a little NOS can bottle, right? The logic is it equalizes pressure from the front of the crank to another position. Now, normally the race quality engines will have the boost port directly built in. You know, usually when people drill their own boost port, it looks like that, because this engine really wasn't designed for that. So then they'll have like a separate little bottle. It'll be like literally like a little bottle like that. And it'll just be an end. Oh, Gavin Williams goes, "Hybrid, I want to say thank you. You always answering and responding to my questions, bro." Of course, man. Yes, those guys not going to respond because they actually don't care about you. But that's okay, you know. So Gavin Williams, anybody, you guys understand. I appreciate your questions. I don't do this for me. Although, you know, it does help pass the time, repair some nitros. So why not share it with the rest of you guys, you know? But like I said, the stuff I say, even if I'm a little bit incorrect, don't hold it against me, okay? Because I know I got people out there that be like, oh, Hybrid got this one little fact wrong. He's automatically wrong about everything. That's not how this works, okay? That's not how this works, okay? You're not, you know, you're not obligated to watch. But I do appreciate it, okay? Now, John Henson goes, do boost port engines use more ports? Not that I am aware of. Not that I am aware of. From my understanding, the boost port is just like a separate design here. Usually it just goes into the back like that, and there's like a connection. But the goal is to equalize the pressure from the front of the crankcase to another part to have like a better atomization of fuel or something. I don't know, or combustion of fuel. Because fuel is kind of atomized over here. But combustion goes on more like over here. So to have like a better spread of you know, I guess you could call it, well, pressure, right? Anyway, OS12 CZ, world famous engine, world famous. Now we're gonna get rid of this one for now. Now that's my collection. You guys want to take a look at this 21 RG. This was a top level engine at one point in time. All right. Yeah, Matthew Irwin, bro. Of course, anytime, man. Any advice you guys need, you know. I just want to say, my advice, obviously, I'm not a paid actor, okay? But I'm also not a doctor. I'm an individual just like you that happens to have been in this hobby for a long time. And most of what I say is correct. But a lot of this stuff, it's really trial and error learning. Rings goes, that header is something else. Yes. So I was lucky. I was honestly lucky I got this with the header because this is not like a modern 21 style header at all. Not, although it is rear exhaust. This uses kind of like an airplane style header where like the header is part of, well, not the exhaust. Obviously, you need a pipe over here. But if you don't have this header, can't really run this engine without this header. This is basically a top level header. What else do we see here that is cool? That's basically it. Carb is a really nice condition. Look at that perfectly blue head. I mean, what is that called? Dust boot. Notice, someone just pointed out before, 6 screws. That's how you want to get screwed in life, by 6 screws at a time, okay? You don't want to get screwed by 4 screws or by jerks. You want to get screwed by 6 screws on your head. Sickening. Not the world's largest head, but it's okay. All right. So that's that. Next thing people were asking, disassemble the 3.3. All right, we can make that happen, guys. We got close to 100 viewers here. Let me flip the page for a little bit of interest. Let's see what the next page will bring us. Oh, God. Every page I flip is like a sickening page. Gavin Williams goes, the 6-screw hybrid policy. That's right, man. Just don't tell that joke at work to your coworkers, especially if they're a woman. You tell that to a woman, she's not going to like it too much. She's going to take you to a sexual harassment court. Okay? It's not going to be too good for you. But since here, it's a safe zone, safe bully-free zone, you know, it's okay. Now, okay. See how many lights I got going on? I got things falling down all over. All right. 3.3. The engine most of us are very, very familiar with. So, let's take a look inside this one, huh? You guys tell me, what do you want me to remove first, the back plate or the head? Oh, man, this head protector is still on it. Sickening. Head protector still on it. You know, let's just take off the back plate. I don't really want to take off the head. Like those little screws, I'm going to lose them, and I won't be able to put it back on. You got to worry about the little screws, you know? Oh, it's tight. Hold on a second. This is too tight. It's real tight. Hold on. What's Hobbies RC, man? How you doing? He goes, how many of you know about idle bar glow plugs? So, idle bar glow plugs. Yes, I think I have one somewhere. So, idle bar glow plugs have basically a bar going over where, you know, the coil normally is. Oh, man, there's a ton of thread lock on this screw. Look at that thread lock. This is like thread lock city over here. How do I get closer? I want to show you that thread lock real good. Oh my God, that's sick thread lock. Right. Notice, as I said before, 2.5 uses the same style screws as this larger 3.3. That's really nice. You know, when you don't have to worry about stripping screws in the back plate, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. You know, guys, I will say the 3.3 has many haters, but so does McDonald's and Walmart. But guess what? McDonald's and Walmart also got a shit ton of stores, don't they? So you gotta really ask yourself, if we're all McDonald's and Walmart haters, how come they're everywhere? Are we all just lying to ourselves and still going there? The answer is yes. The answer is a big fat yes. So look in the mirror before you make silly claims like that, you know? All right, let's do it. RC Adventures, because 3.3 is great. It's pretty great. Oh, yeah, you have one in a JATO, don't you? Yeah, you do. A pretty famous JATO, actually. A JATO that I actually just gave you guys all a video link to. You know? Yep. That was it. All right. So I'm going to take this one apart. I haven't really looked inside these yet, guys. I don't even know what the history of this engine is. I think I've removed this from something, from a T-Max. Oh, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. That is magical lighting right there. It's not bad at all, actually. The rod is in one piece. There's oil. There's no massive sludge. You know, it's pretty good. Let me take a look. Let me see how hard it is to spin over. You know what? Oh, this one has great compression, actually. This one is real sickening. That oil varnish is no big deal. It's real sickening. Also, I honestly love the header design. Now, yes, headers really should not go up like this, right? Because, like, if you're idling a lot and you have buildup of oil, you know, it will have a tendency to not be able to come out because of gravity. Gravity basically wants the oil to go this way, to the bottom, right? The older style T-Maxes had, like, pretty generic headers. These ones, I guess, due to size and, like, the way the shock tower is mounted, these will flood out. That's right, Jason Brawley. These will flood out if you idle it for a long time. And then when you accelerate, that's, like, why they bog down. So what people do to compensate for that is, like, they'll over lean out the low speed, or they'll lean out the high speed, and then when you're giving it the RPMs, now your engine is running lean. It's not a very good idea. You know what I mean? Oh, Josser goes, he just got a JATO, and he loves it. Dude, JATO is sickening. Oh, we got Metal RC, how you doing? He goes, Metal RC with a good question. Sorry, I overlooked that question there for a little while. He goes, can a 3.3 bolt into any 2.5 car or truck? The answer is yes. The blocks are exactly the same. I'm going to hold them up, right? On my left side, 2.5. My right side, 3.3. Now, assume this part. You know what? Actually, I'll use this one. It's already disassembled. 2.5, 3.3. Forget about the head. The head is just like the top part. What matters is the mounting. Notice the length of the pilot shaft and the length of the crankcase front to back. It's identical, right? That's what matters. Forget about the flywheel that it's on it, but, like, you understand, it's literally the same exact mounting size. The carb also is in the identical location. That is what matters. So yes, a 3.3 is a direct fit into any 2.5. Now, if you wanted to put it into, if you wanted to go Pro 15 to a 2.5, you would not be able to, because they're completely different engines, right? These are like side exhaust. Even though the block is actually the same exact length as well, a Pro 15 to a 2.5 is not the same, because also the crankshafts are completely different. What's going on? We got Keith right here. Happy to see you. All right. A good question here from Jimmy Garcia. Jimmy Garcia wants to know, is pull start better than easy start? Well, that's a debate. That's a debate that, like, will probably never end. Is it better in terms of which quality? I would have to say, in terms, I mean, which not quality, which, Is that the right word? Which quality? Which specificity? No, not which agenda. I don't know. Anyways, I will say, if your easy start breaks, I would convert to a pull starter. Okay, then yes, I would convert to a pull starter. Now, if your easy start isn't broken, like there's nothing to fix, you know, some people like to spend money for no reason, right? It's like you go to the grocery store and you buy lettuce, and then you realize lettuce is 99% water. Kidding around, guys. Lettuce is not bad. Okay, it's just that's an inflation joke. Okay, about lettuce. All right, sickening. Now, I will say on a JADO, the easy start is a good idea. You guys want to know why on a JADO the easy start is a good idea? Go ahead, ask me why. Why is it a good idea on a JADO? Do anybody want to? Well, I might not be totally correct, but Jocelyn goes, I'd rather have easy start. Me too. I would rather have easy start until it fails. And if the cost to repair the easy start is more than the pull starter, I would not get the pull starter. You know, for me, it's nothing more than a cost benefit analysis. So, question is, okay, well, I'm not going to ask the question because I already forgot what it was. Whatever the question was. Oh, we got off the hyper. 8 port. God, you guys love ports. We got ports right there. All right. So, okay, Keith Tolhurst, here goes the room to put a pull starter. You mean electrical? Well, I will say on the JADO, the chassis is very, very cumbersome and full of wiring. It's complicated. So if you remove the easy start and put on a pull start, it actually simplifies the wiring a lot. The same goes for a Revo, right? You know, some people don't like it. I never really had any problems with electric start in my life. It has never happened, like ever happened. So for me, like, I don't know why I would even not use one. I would use one. All right. Let me put this back together. When you're putting back the back plate, very, very important. These two cutouts over there have to be aligned to the top. All right, there we go. It's back. I'm going to put this in because I don't want to lose it. I'm not really doing any work on this engine, so I think it's like halfway low compression. It seems like it's okay now, but I think the reason I removed it out of something was because when it heats up, it was low after that point, right? Yeah, I think that's what it was. So another argument to be made about pull starter versus well, what am I talking about? Pull starters still have one-way bearing. There's actually no argument there. That would be sealed back plate versus like pull starter conversation. I don't want to get into that. Well, guys, we got any questions about whatever? I'll try my best to answer them. We got close to 100 viewers here. I appreciate you guys. And maybe the 2 girls that we have. Well, probably no girls, but it's okay, you know. I will say the statistics on my channel is very low in the female viewership, and most of them came for the Prius videos, which is fine. Oh, what's up, Lipos and Nitros, man? How are you? All right. All right. So this engine appears to be okay. We're gonna send it out to a viewer in the stream. Hopefully it will be a runner. I will clean it up a little bit more, oil it up, and it's gonna have a good life. It's gonna have a good life, guys. You know, something else to consider. Parts. Parts are very cheap for these engines. Very, very cheap. So this glow plug is not the correct glow plug. I have to remove it. Incorrect glow plug. You need the Traxxas. Oh, John Hensley, thank you, my dude. Let me see. We got a question here. Oh, Josser gifted another membership. Let's see who got it. Oh, Lipos and Nitros got it. Lipos and Nitros deserves it. Him and I do a lot of Nitro projects. In fact, I think he's very skilled. So congratulations there, too. Lipos and Nitros just got a gifted membership from Josser. 1. John Hensley goes, please explain why there are different number glow plugs and why you use them. Okay, so for Traxxas, let's just say for Traxxas, right? For Traxxas, there's basically the Traxxas plug. Let me go get a couple glow plugs. Let me go see if I can take a look at them. All right, guys. Forget I said the thing about the glow plug. Can't find the glow plug. But what I did find is a sickening Fortec. So what we'll do is we'll just look at the Fortec while we talk about stuff. Okay? Can't find the glow plugs. But I did find the Fortec. Yeah, you guys remember this one. It's the famous one that I bought a while ago where the prior owner painted the chassis orange. I don't know why anybody would do that. Guy painted it orange, okay? This is not up to me. I didn't do it. But check out that sick Fortec. So we'll just look at the Fortec while we talk about glow plugs. Now, for Traxxas, there is no glow plug number. They're just like all the same. All the Traxxas engines use the same glow plug. Now, for OS, which is what most people do now, the OS A3 and OS 8 is what people use. Like HPI has like R5. Basically, it comes down to temperatures. There's like cold, medium, and hot. I choose to run medium plugs, right? I just run medium and it runs okay. Now, obviously, if you're like racing, you will really need to know whether you want cold or hot, but just medium is good enough for me. Like the OS plugs are very good. You're not really going to have a problem with them. And also, you know, generally, if you're not trying to tune to kill your nitro, you'll be okay. By the way, guys, how sick is this Fortec? Yeah, Terra Curry goes medium, all you need. Yeah, medium is all you need. Trust me. I've not fired this one up yet, actually. This is a 3.3, but I'm quite sure this was an old Pro 15 model. Well, we got a little light disaster just happened. Okay, light is back. Light is back. So check out this side. I gotta do a video on this one. I bought this one a while back. I didn't pay that much for it. I don't know why the guy painted it to an orange chassis, and it's not like anodized paint. It's actual like paint with like clear spray on it. So, you know, rest assured, the first minute you go run this and it hits one little pebble outside, it's gonna scratch everything up. It's gonna look real bad. So, you know, I don't know if I'm really ever gonna run this, to be honest with you, but this is a brand new 3.3 in it with the electric start system, with the modern TQI radio gear. Now, you could tell this model is very, it's the original Pro 15 model, really. Okay? You guys want to take a guess how I know that? How do I know this is a Pro 15 model? Go ahead. Make my guess make your day. There's one obvious way to tell. One obvious way that this is a Pro 15 model. It's not even a 2.5. Yeah. The orange is real nice. In fact, like, even we got, like, the orange coupler here. It's really nice looking, you know? This air filter, I'm not sure if I put that on. But Steve Moseman, freaking genius over here. That's why you're a channel member, of course. Steve Moseman got it correct. Other than some of you guys were almost in the right area, but like I think Steve Moseman is the most correct one. We got a built-in fuel tank primer on the cap. Normally, if you see these with primers on the cap, this one does work. Oh, Jay-Z got it first? Sorry, my dude. Oh man, you guys trust me. Look, it's okay. Okay, Jay-Z got it first. Let me go in the chat, in the stream. Okay, so Jay-Z talking about, I don't know what he's saying. He's talking about glow plugs. Maybe you got it. Oh, yeah. I see Jay-Z for Days got it first. He said the primer. Okay, Jay-Z for Days. I acknowledge you, bro. Thumbs up for you. The primer, yes. Now, I will tell you guys, these Vortex, they have a lot of friction in the drivetrain. Like, no matter what I do, like when I spin the front wheels, there's like friction from like somewhere. And I already did everything possible. The back is okay, right? The shocks on them, I don't particularly like. I think the HPI shocks are much better. But I'll eventually run this one day. I need like a good amount of smooth pavement and maybe slightly taller wheels than these. These wheels like real small. But the thing is real beautiful, right? Look at that belt drive, 3 belts. Nothing wrong with it. We got sway bars front and rear. This is the chassis, even when it came with the Pro 15. Even when this was equipped with this engine, guys, this thing was doing 50 miles an hour in like the late 90s. So say what you will, but Traxxas had some of the fastest and most reliable nitros out there, right? Yeah, Tara Curry, good comment there. We need a chassis protector. I'm going to look for a chassis protector on eBay after this. That's a good comment right there. You know, that's a really good comment. Actually, good point on that one. So that's my Ford Tech that I got. I got this one a while ago. Notice how Traxxas likes to use giant Phillips screws everywhere. Nothing wrong with that, you know. There was like a debate the other day, people talking about giant metal, giant, you know. Well, they're not giant. They have to be the size. Phillips screws, like, the thing is, like, so what? Okay, so what? It's a Phillips screw, like, so what? You know? In fact, just to demonstrate how awesome they are, I'm going to remove one right now, just for fun. What do you guys think? Should we remove one just for fun? I'm going to remove one of these screws just for fun. Because why not? All right? Let's just hope it doesn't strip, then it won't be that fun. Oh, good thing right there. Let's remove the screw. Like, so what? It's a Phillips screw, you know? Yeah, Texas Hill goes, I like them. There's really nothing wrong with them. I know they're funny looking, but like, you guys, you know, check it out. Not only is it Phillips, it's a machine screw. That I have actually rarely even seen. Usually the Phillips screws are not machine screws. That is a little odd. You guys think that's odd? I think that's odd. I don't know. That's a little odd to me. But, you know, it's fine. I've never really let it get to me, like, whatever. I know long ago, you know, one of the big issues with, like, the people complaining about the Savage, the older Savage, right? Not the GT6 model, the regular Savage. The people like, oh, it's got Phillips screws. Who uses the Phillips? The thing is, like, so what? You know, like I said, so what? You know, I once had this friend, and he was kind of an asshole. You know, he was like this friend, like, whatever. Anything you said to that guy, he was like, so what? I'd be like, bro, you set me up with that Chiquita over there. You set me up, bro. You stole her. He'd be like, so what? You know, that was like his thing. He would just say, so what to everything. You know, I'm like, dude, we had a plan to go to this bar. You didn't show up. He's like, so what? What a sicko. Anyways, we weren't friends long. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, RC Life. So what? All right. Anyway, guys, that's the Fortec. I do want to also say, they're a little on the heavy side. These are not light cars. Even though it's like a ton of plastic, it's not very light. Okay. Oh, we got Pitbull air-cooled here. Yes, I think you heard my so what joke. The wiring in this, it's a little bit of, it's kind of annoying. You guys want to know why it's a little annoying? You got to be really neat with it. Because the thing is, you have the battery pack on the bottom. So with belt drive cars, you're always going to have this problem. The belt, the wires, they're all going to be close to the belt. Now, obviously, if you're running, the belt is moving really fast, you know. Well, why is my belt not moving? Hold on. Are the brakes on? Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. The brakes on. Yeah, this whole chassis has like a ton of friction. I gotta like work on it. It's like a constantly friction. Notice how close. And I did my best, guys, to like route the battery wires and like just the wires in general away from all the moving parts. Like on top here, the wire has to go literally over the moving lay shaft right there. Now over here, they're close. You know, look at how good and accurate my zip ties are. You could easily just get these wires snagged. Like modern systems, right? Modern RC cars, the receiver is really not that far away. In this one, you know, the receivers all the way across from the battery. It's all in different areas of the car. It's like the four poles. You got the north, you got the south, you got the west, and you got the west. You got the east over here. It's like the four compass directions of the electronics. Sickening, you know. Yes. Anyways, that's this one. What other Nitro? Okay, let's continue. Anything else we can show for now? By the way, this is the sickening body I got for it, the Audi TT. It's, I almost actually wound up buying this car. I test drove this car in real life. The A4, it was the twin turbo one. So the one with the 225 horsepower, this car was real nice. Of course, they didn't want to play ball on the price, so like I couldn't get it. They didn't want to play ball. This was like a long time ago. They were asking like $7,000 for it. Okay, let's flip the page, guys. You want to flip pager? We can flip the pager. Nothing interesting here, really. Got some engine parts. This is the Hyper 8-port sleeve. Got some hot body stuff, which was basically Savage parts. They also had like the Dirt Demon, which was basically a Savage. Tamiya, this is an electric one. This, my friend Roman liked them. We got some Kyosho. Team Losi Triple XS. This may be an electric. I kind of like this one. I always wanted this one. In fact, sooner or later, guys, you're going to see me get one of these on the channel. Paver Saver, you got it, man. I'm eventually going to get one of these Kyoshos. JR stuff. Okay, what's that? MCD monster truck. Could it be any bigger? The answer is probably. It's a gas RC. I talked about this one a while ago. Let me flip like a lot more pages. Delphi IndyCar, waste of money right here. Dynamite stuff. More Dynamite stuff. Some XTM stuff. We'll leave this here for a little bit. Jeff and Jimenez, I'll leave this as a non-members only because you asked, okay? But some of my videos later go on to members only. Unfortunately, I have some individuals that are just really unsavory fellas, It's like if you go to Costco and you get a pizza and you forget to put it in the fridge. It's like those people. That's who they become, unsavory pizza, All right. This is like RCX. This was like an expo they had for RC cars a long time ago. RCX, Radio Control Expo. I would have loved to go. It was in California, Anaheim, California. Never went. But maybe one year I'll be able to go, We got some prices of stuff. We got some Kyosho stuff over here. By stuff, I mean sickening. I'm going to leave this page up over here. All right. Yeah. KGM likes that MCD. Yes, let's just hope they didn't forget to put the gas in it, KGM. You know what I'm saying? All right. So we're going to continue now for a little bit. What else do I got to talk about, really? I mean, I always have stuff to talk about, but anything real interesting is the question. So there are a couple projects on the channel right now. I'm not really going to disclose what they are. But there are many, many projects coming down the pipeline. You guys want to do a little magazine action, like a little bit? Let's see, what's this? It's just towards the end is basically like all the electrics. Serpent 705. Really, really sickening. That's the Duratrax Real Race. That's basically it for this magazine. I mean, there's other stuff that I didn't actually cover. That was in the beginning. We'll leave it on the Savage page for now. But let's get back to a little bit with the Traxxas engines, right? And all of these three Traxxas engines, right? Like, love them, hate them, whatever. I remember when this Savage was out, guys, this brand new Savage 21, and I have it like it's the car right next to me, It's legit the car right next to me. It was super slow. It only hit like 28 miles an hour. It was dope, but like, don't get me wrong, it was super slow. right? When the 25 came out, it was actually a better truck. The 4.6 was really the sickening one, right? Of course, there were like some in between models, stuff like that. Haywire RC wants to know, can I juggle? Unfortunately, bro, most of my brain it doesn't have much RAM left right now. You know, I got no RAM in the brain. Like tomorrow at work, I gotta like write a report. You know, and like then I have to give a report on my report. So like my brain is currently thinking about my work report, right? I'm an analyst, right? I analyze shit. That means I got to come up with like recommendations, ideas, solutions, best practices. I got to like research stuff. It's real annoying. You know, I got work brain, all right? Benjamin Martinez, man, you have a good night. Tara Curry wants us to know there's also the Savage 4.1. That is true. That is a very rare model, and I know you have it. So there have been many Savage generations over the years. In fact, some of them were never sold in America. You guys want to take a stab at which one I'm referring to? There was one Savage never sold in the United States. So only sold in Japan for, I think, at most a year. Judge Joe wants to know, do I still got that site with every magazine, with every issue of the magazine? Yes, Judge Joe, I can send you the link later, bro. I will put it in the chat right now, but like, you know, I'm not going to do that because like situations. But yes, Judge Joe, I will send you the link in a little bit, okay? I got every magazine for you, bro. You can look at them. So the thing is with those magazines, yes, guys, it's the Savage 5T. Damn, you're all smart, bro. You're all smart. The thing is with those magazines, those RC reviews, the magazines on the archive, they don't have ads. So like, let's say I'm looking through the magazine here, you would not see this page. Like this page would not be in those magazines. You know why? Because like anything with an ad, it looks like was extracted from the archive. So let's say this is a 250-page magazine. Those magazines will have like 100 pages. They'll only have like the actual articles. They won't have anything else. All right, so here we go. 2.5 looks good. It's going to a viewer in the stream right here, and I hope he is able to make his T-Max great again. All right, it's going to go into a T-Max 2.5. All right, let's get rid of this for now. Just a couple of my engines, you know. Gavin Williams wants to know, hey, Hybrid, where can you get THS pipes for the 3.3 engine? Unfortunately, man, THS no longer sells pipes, like, at all. I think they're, like, pretty much done now, you know? Lucas Stolkup, how are you, man? You could still find THS parts, like, on eBay sometimes, but at this point, it's over. You know, I'm sad to say a lot of people love the THS products. I did, too. In fact, I bought like a good amount of them for like the Nitro 3 series, right? All right, my dudes, I'll be here for like 2 more minutes. I don't know where my phone is. We're going to do the famous 2-minute countdown as a viewer requested. All right, I hope you guys appreciated the video content today. You know, basically just wanted to discuss some of the benefits of the 3 engines, some of the downsides, you know. Once again, keep in mind, maybe I missed a couple things. I'm not the freaking engineer here, okay? Now, the goal of this video was basically to look at inside this engine, make sure it's good so I can send it to a viewer. All right, so let's do the 2-minute countdown. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate the channel support. A couple donations we had here today. We're going to use that all towards a deal tomorrow. There might be a deal going down tomorrow, guys. I'm not going to tell you what it is because it's going to be a little sketch. Okay, it's going to be a little sketch, but I'm going to try to make a deal go down tomorrow. All right, 2-minute countdown. A viewer request. So hopefully tomorrow a deal goes down. KGM, thank you, man. We will chat later. All right? Yeah. Just Joe goes, I hate how Nitro upgrades are diminishing. Yeah, that's true, you know, but like, you just gotta accept the fact that Nitros don't need upgrades. They're already great, you know? Like, they're already great. Like, what upgrades they need, you know? All right. Pitbull Air Cool, bro. Thank you. Also, thanks for the subscription to that new channel. It's not particularly new. It's kind of old, but, like, I recently just started loading videos to it, you know? Tara Curry, thank you, man. And tomorrow, if the deal doesn't go down, right? If the deal for the RC does not go down tomorrow, expect an HPI video. Expect an HPI stream. I'm going to discuss one of the most annoying problems on old HPIs, and how you can fix it for under $10. All right? Not going to tell you what it is, but that's what it is, right? How much time I got left? A minute? Okay. Mix RC, everybody, you guys have a good night. If you haven't already done so, please give this video a like, unless you like really hate me. And in case you really hate me, why don't you show up to my face? Show up to my face and we'll wrestle each other. And when I mean wrestle, I mean you're not gonna get up after, okay? If you hate me, that's okay. You're allowed to do that, except you have to prove it. Okay, you gotta prove it. Okay, I'm gonna be Kurt Angle on you. Okay, okay. You know who you're gonna be? You're gonna be Petey Williams. I'm gonna be Kurt Angle. You're gonna be Petey Williams. You're not gonna enjoy that, right? Sickening. All right, Mighty Mike, everybody. Thank you guys for checking out this video, and let's all continue making Nitro great again. Don't be mean to other people. Don't use things against them, you know, because like you're not their girlfriend. All right? Only girlfriends do that to you. They use things against you later. They're like, remember that one time you called me fat? Yeah, it happened many times. Okay? Sickening. Okay, 2 minutes. Okay, it's over. Guys, thanks, and see you all later.